Hey guys, Brian delivered you the goods here. I'm returning to you for another review. Sorry, my mustache was getting to me. I do gotta shave this off in due time. Probably the next video you'll probably see me have a trimmed beard and mustache and all that. Hopefully. But I'm returning to you for the fourth Marathon Studio album review. But this is not premiering till like 2:30 in the morning for Godsmack's fourth studio album, and this is for Godsmack IV IV that I'm going to be reviewing. So I'm going to discuss what I listened to for all 11 songs. The CD version was like 52 and a half minutes, so it's not very long, but it is what it is. So I'm going to discuss what I listened to for the CD version of this album, which is 11 songs total. There's no 16 and a half minute version to it, so wish there was, but there wasn't. And let you know my thoughts on this IV re-review for this re-review. So let's dive into this re-review. Now, like I said, this is gonna premiere on October 5th, probably like 2:30 in the morning or something like that. I'll decide when I want to premiere it. So yeah, it starts with the first song, "Living in Sin." Pretty good start so far. Really enjoying Erna's vocals in this track. It sounds really good. And just the way the tone of the track is sounding, it sounds pretty fresh and like it knows what it wants to do. Like they know what they want to do with this album for sure. Because I kind of like this album a bit. So there's one song that kind of brings the rating down, but other than that, it wasn't that bad of an album. So 5 out of 5 for Living in Sin. Sorry, my throat's a little messed up right now. But yeah, Speak is the next one, and that's a pretty good one. It's pretty heavy for sure. I like the chunky riffs with the guitar work, and just Erna's aggressive vocals in it sounds really good. And also the drum work is spot on, very good. So really enjoyed that about the song. So it seems like they're going into a heavier side with their in the middle of their career, cuz yeah, from albums 4 to 6, that's when it starts getting really good for Godsmack. Album number 7 wasn't bad, which was When Legends Rise, and I will be re-reviewing that next Wednesday, of course, so definitely tune into that. But still, Speak is gonna get a 5 out of 5. Really enjoyed this track. The Enemy is a pretty awesome track. I really love the drum work and guitar work and how fast paced the track is. And Sully Earn is singing in it, and his aggressive vocals sound really good in this track. So really digging this song. So 5 out of 5. Shine Down was a decent song. It's got like a kind of southern vibe to it, like a western kind of vibe or something like that. I don't know. It's the beginning of it with the harmonica playing, and then it's just the way the tone of the track was sounding. It just wasn't executing, in my personal opinion. And I thought my video froze for a moment. That would have been so fucking weird. But I'll have to test it out when I get done with this video. But yeah, 4 out of 5 for Shine Down. It wasn't my favorite song, but it's one of the weaker ones. Hollow was a pretty good song. It took me a while to get used to this track. Because when I first heard this album, I wasn't impressed with that track. But now, I really like it. I really like the tone of the track. It sounds really fresh, fairly new for Godsmack to try. And this was a collab song with Lisa Geyer and Solierna singing together. It sounded really good. So 5 out of 5 for this track. Really enjoyed this song. And just the tone of the track is so haunting. Like you can really feel for their vocals in this song. No Rest for the Wicked is a solid track. It's bringing the album back to a solid standard, I guess, meaning it has some hits and misses. But other than that, really enjoyed some moments in the track. Has its good moments and it has its weak moments, but other than that, the track did good in its own way, so 4.5 out of 5. Bleeding Me was pretty aggressive for how it was sounding with Sully Erna's vocals, and basically the tone of the track sounds pretty good, and just the execution of the delivery for Sully Erna's aggressive vocals, the guitar work, the drum work was pretty strong. So 5 out of 5 for this one. I'm really liking the verses, I'm liking the chorus and all that. So yeah, 5 out of 5. Voodoo II was solid. It has some good drum work and guitar work, but it's when Sully Erna comes in with his vocals, I just don't know if I'm connecting with it too much. But I think it's a solid track, so 4.5 out of 5. Temptation is a pretty awesome track. Definitely rocks for sure. Really enjoyed this track for what it was going for, and the overall production, mixing, and execution of the song, meaning the guitars, the drum work, and the overall sound and tone of the track. It impressed me. So, really enjoying this track, and Sully Erna's vocals in it are pretty good. So, 5 out of 5. Mama is the 10th track on the album, the second to last song on the album, and it's a solid one. It like I said, some of these tracks took a little time to grow on me. But other than that, I think it's a solid one for what it went for, so 4.5 out of 5. One Rainy Day is the final song. It's a 7 minute and 21-second track. It cuts out at like 5 minutes or so, with Sully Erna ending with his vocals saying one rainy day and all that. It's just singing the lyric one rainy day. So basically, it cuts out with rain pouring down. Uh, the ending to the track ends with rain coming down and all that. So yeah, you can hear raindrops at the end of the song. So yeah, pretty much it's a pretty lengthy song, but it's pretty good. So really like how it's sounding overall. To close this album out, it did very well. So 5 out of 5. Overall, production, mixing, and execution, I think Godsmack's IV, also known as 4, their fourth studio album, is good for what it went for. It took me a while to get used to Hollow, and I've grown attached to that song in its own way, and in a good way. It's one of those tracks that takes time to grow on you. So, yeah. But other than that, some of the other tracks did decent to solid. So, it's a good album in its own way. It just has the Shine Down song and No Rest for the Wicked, Voodoo II, Mama. Those were the weak songs, but other than that, the rest of the album did very well. So overall, I think Godsmack IV, also known as 4, is a good listen. Definitely recommend checking it out. And for a score for me, I'm giving Godsmack's IV album, also known as 4, for this re-review. I'm giving this album an 8 out of 10. This was a good listen. Definitely recommend checking it out, and that is going to be it for this re-review. Comment below. Let me know what you guys thought of this re-review for 4, also known as IV, Godsmack's re-review. If you enjoyed this uh, re-review and listened to this album already, and if you enjoyed the re-review, and I know there were 2 extra songs for this album, Safe and Sound, and I think it was called. I'm not sure. I have to go back and look at the track list again. But yeah, Safe and Sound is supposed to be the extra track, the bonus track with this one rainy day song, but the CD version doesn't have it for the regular CD version. So you gotta have like a special edition or something. But comment below and let me know what you guys thought of this re-review I did for Godsmack's fourth studio album called 4, also known as IV. Tap a like on this video if you liked it. Subscribe to my channel if you can. Support the channel. The next Godsmack re-review is going to be for the Oracle. That'll be on October 8th. I probably will get it ready to be recorded on the 5th or so. Hopefully I can do it on the 5th. If not, you'll have to wait till the weekend to see the review for it. But I'll do the best I can to get it out as soon as possible. I gotta work that day as well, so I'm gonna be so busy for close to the end of the week. It's gonna be the busiest time for me working and all that, because I gotta do 4 days a week from 11 to 5 from Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday, and then Saturday's like 12 to 6. So yes, this video is premiering at 2:30 a.m. on October 5th, so definitely tune into this review. Hope you enjoyed this re-review for Godsmack IV, also known as 4. Did the best I could to make it as good as possible. Stay safe, guys. Take care. And as always, I will see you in my next review.